The rain pounded on the windows of the small town as the clock struck midnight. Inside the empty streets, a dimly lit sign flickered, revealing the words "The Silent Feast," a restaurant with a notorious history that locals whispered about in hushed tones. The restaurant was a relic of the past, with antique wooden tables and chairs that creaked under the weight of time. The air inside was thick with an unsettling stillness, only occasionally disturbed by the distant sound of raindrops hitting the roof. A group of friends, daring each other to dine in the infamous Silent Feast, entered hesitantly. The waiter, an elderly man with sunken eyes and a gaunt face, welcomed them with a grim smile. The friends exchanged nervous glances but decided to proceed, drawn by the mystery that surrounded the place. As they sat at a corner table, the atmosphere grew colder. The waiter brought menus with faded pages, listing dishes that seemed to belong to a bygone era. The friends ordered cautiously, unaware of the eerie events about to unfold. The silence in the restaurant was oppressive. The only sounds were the distant thunder and the occasional creak of the old building. The friends exchanged uneasy glances as their food arrived, a feast of unidentifiable meats and obscure dishes that sent shivers down their spines. As they tasted the food, a strange sensation washed over them. It was as if the air itself carried whispers of a forgotten past. The room darkened, and the flickering candlelight cast haunting shadows on the walls. Suddenly, the waiter approached their table, his eyes devoid of emotion. He spoke in a voice that seemed to emerge from the depths of the underworld, recounting tales of the restaurant's dark history of a chef who had gone mad, serving forbidden delicacies to unsuspecting patrons. The friends felt a chill as they realized that the meat on their plates bore an uncanny resemblance to the forbidden dishes of the past. Panic set in, and they tried to leave, but the door refused to budge. The once empty restaurant now echoed with the agonized moans of the trapped souls who had fallen victim to the Silent Feast. As the friends pleaded for release, the atmosphere grew more sinister. The waiter transformed before their eyes, revealing a ghastly figure that bore the mark of the tormented chef. Shadows danced around them, and the friends felt an otherworldly presence closing in. In the end, the restaurant claimed its latest victims, leaving behind only an empty building in the pouring rain. The legend of the Silent Feast lived on, as the town whispered about the unfortunate souls who dared to enter its haunted halls, never to return. Weeks later, the town still bore the weight of the eerie incident at the Silent Feast. The once charming restaurant now stood abandoned, its windows reflecting the gloomy clouds overhead. Locals avoided the place, and a hushed fear lingered in the air. One evening, a curious journalist named Emily decided to investigate the mysterious happenings surrounding the Silent Feast. Armed with a flashlight and a camera, she entered the desolate building. The air inside was thick with a haunting stillness, and the journalist couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. As Emily explored the dimly lit rooms, the remnants of the ill-fated feast lay untouched on the tables, frozen in time. The atmosphere grew colder, and shadows seemed to dance in the corners of the restaurant. She heard faint whispers, as if the very walls retained the secrets of the past. In the heart of the restaurant, Emily discovered an ancient kitchen. The air was heavy with the scent of forgotten spices and the lingering presence of something not entirely human. She approached an old cookbook on the counter, its pages yellowed and stained. As she flipped through the delicate sheets, she uncovered the macabre recipes of the mad chef. Suddenly, the temperature dropped, and a chilling wind swept through the kitchen. The ghostly figure of the tormented chef materialized before her, his eyes reflecting an otherworldly torment. Emily stood frozen as the chef spoke in a mournful tone, recounting the tragedy that had befallen him and the cursed legacy of the Silent Feast. Desperation filled the chef's spectral eyes as he implored Emily to help him find peace. The journalist, torn between fear and compassion, decided to uncover the truth behind the curse. Guided by the ghostly chef, she delved into the town's archives, uncovering a dark history of greed, betrayal, and forbidden rituals. Emily soon realized that the only way to break the curse was to confront the malevolent force that bound the chef to the restaurant. Armed with this newfound knowledge, she returned to the Silent Feast, determined to free the tormented souls trapped within its walls. The atmosphere in the restaurant grew increasingly oppressive as Emily performed a ritual to sever the ties binding the chef to the earthly realm. Shadows writhed around her, and a spectral wind howled through the building. In a final, harrowing moment, the chef's anguished visage disappeared, leaving behind an eerie calm. As dawn broke, the silent feast stood silent and empty. The curse was lifted, and the town's residents could finally breathe a sigh of relief. The abandoned restaurant, no longer haunted, crumbled into obscurity, a reminder of a dark chapter in the town's history. Emily, having laid the tormented spirits to rest, left the town with a heavy heart. The legend of the silent feast would be whispered for generations, a cautionary tale of the consequences of meddling with the forbidden and the lingering echoes of a cursed feast. Years passed, and the town gradually healed from the haunting events surrounding the silent feast. The abandoned building became a forgotten relic, its ominous reputation fading into the background. Emily, the journalist who had uncovered the truth, moved on with her life, haunted by the memories of the spectral chef and the curse she had helped lift. One day, as Emily was sifting through old photographs and newspaper clippings, she stumbled upon a cryptic letter tucked away in the pages of her research notes. The letter was written in a shaky hand, and its words spoke of gratitude for releasing the trapped souls but warned of a lingering darkness that still sought retribution. Intrigued and disturbed by the mysterious letter, Emily decided to revisit the town to investigate further. The moment she returned, an eerie atmosphere engulfed the air. The townspeople, though living normal lives, still cast cautious glances toward the vacant lot where the silent feast once stood. As Emily delved deeper into the town's history, she discovered a forgotten secret, a hidden chamber beneath the restaurant where the mad chef had conducted forbidden rituals. Determined to unveil the remaining mysteries, she enlisted the help of a local historian, Daniel, who had a penchant for unraveling the town's darkest secrets. Together, Emily and Daniel uncovered a hidden entrance leading to the underground chamber. The air grew thick with an otherworldly presence as they descended into the darkness. Strange symbols adorned the chamber's walls, and an ancient altar stood at its center, surrounded by remnants of the cursed feasts. The spectral chef, now appearing more tormented than before, materialized before them. His anguished voice echoed through the chamber, revealing that the curse had only been partially lifted. A malevolent force, born from the depths of the forbidden rituals, still clung to the town. To break the remaining curse, Emily and Daniel had to confront the dark entity that lingered in the shadows. Armed with the knowledge of the town's history and guided by the ghostly chef, they embarked on a perilous journey to unravel the sinister forces that bound the town to its haunted past. The duo faced trials and tribulations, encountering spectral manifestations and ethereal entities determined to protect the malevolent force. As they delved deeper into the mysteries, they uncovered a web of deceit, betrayal, and ancient pacts that had ensnared the town for centuries. In a climactic confrontation, Emily and Daniel stood before the malevolent force, a manifestation of the darkest desires and forbidden rituals that had tainted the town's history. Through a combination of ancient rites and unwavering determination, they managed to weaken the malevolent entity's grip on the town. As dawn broke, the underground chamber trembled, and the malevolent force dissipated into the shadows. The town was finally free from the lingering darkness that had plagued it for generations. The spectral chef, his tortured visage now serene, thanked Emily and Daniel before fading away, his soul finally finding peace. The once ominous lot where the silent feast had stood transformed into a garden, symbolizing the town's renewal. Emily and Daniel, having played their part in lifting the curse, watched as the townspeople embraced a newfound sense of tranquility. The legend of the silent feast, now a tale of redemption and resilience, became a cautionary reminder of the consequences of tampering with the supernatural. The sleepy town of Ravenswood was known for its cobblestone streets and charming cottages, but it harbored a dark secret: the abandoned mansion on the outskirts, known as the Veiled Manor. Locals spoke in hushed tones about the mansion, claiming it was haunted by a malevolent force that had driven its occupants to madness. A group of adventurous friends, seeking excitement on a stormy night, decided to explore the ominous veiled manor. Raindrops tapped against the broken windows, and thunder roared in the distance as they cautiously stepped through the creaking front door. The air inside was thick with an unsettling stillness. The friends moved through the dusty halls, guided only by the flickering light of their flashlights. Antique furniture covered in dusty sheets lined the rooms, and the portraits on the walls seemed to watch their every move. They reached a grand dining hall, where an ornate chandelier swayed ominously above an ancient dining table. As the friends joked nervously, a cold gust swept through the hall, extinguishing their flashlights. Panic set in, but before they could react, the room was illuminated by an ethereal glow. A ghostly figure materialized at the head of the table, a spectral host with hollow eyes and a voice that echoed through the hall. The ghostly host, once a wealthy aristocrat, recounted the tragic tale of the veiled manor. Generations ago, a forbidden ritual had been performed within its walls, unleashing a malevolent force that tormented the inhabitants. The family had vanished without a trace, and their restless spirits were now bound to the mansion, seeking release. The friends, captivated by the tale, were determined to help the spirits find peace. The ghostly host revealed that the key to breaking the curse lay within the manor's hidden library, where an ancient tome held the secrets of the forbidden ritual. Guided by the spectral host, the friends navigated the labyrinthine corridors until they discovered the secret library concealed behind a bookshelf. Dust-covered volumes lined the shelves, and in the center of the room rested the forbidden tome. As they flipped through its pages, the friends uncovered the details of the dark ritual that had condemned the mansion. To break the curse, they needed to perform a counter-ritual during the midnight hour, when the boundary between the living and the dead was thinnest. The friends gathered the necessary components and returned to the dining hall as the clock struck midnight. The mansion seemed to come alive with a malevolent energy, and shadows danced in the corners. The ghostly host guided them through the ritual, a harrowing process that required courage and unwavering resolve. As the last incantation echoed through the hall, the atmosphere shifted. The mansion trembled, and the ghostly host smiled, his eyes finally showing a glimmer of peace. The restless spirits, freed from the shackles of the curse, ascended into the ethereal realm, leaving behind an eerily silent manor. The friends, exhausted but triumphant, exited the veiled manor as the storm subsided. The once dreaded mansion now stood silent and serene, its haunted history laid to rest. The legend of the friends who dared to break the curse became a tale whispered in the town, a reminder that even in the darkest shadows, courage and friendship could triumph over malevolent forces. In the days that followed, Ravenswood began to change. The atmosphere that once hung heavy with the weight of the curse lifted, and the townspeople felt a newfound sense of ease. The friends, hailed as heroes, basked in the gratitude of the community, but a lingering question remained in their minds: what had driven the original inhabitants of the veiled manor to perform such a forbidden ritual? Intrigued by this mystery, the friends decided to delve deeper into the town's history. Their quest for answers led them to the town's elderly librarian, Miss Eleanor, a repository of knowledge about Ravenswood's forgotten past. Ms. Eleanor revealed that the mansion had once been a sanctuary for a secret society that dabbled in the occult, seeking power beyond the realm of the living. As the friends explored further, they discovered a hidden chamber beneath the veiled manor, untouched by time. The walls were adorned with cryptic symbols, and an ancient altar stood at the center. It became evident that the malevolent force that had plagued the mansion was rooted in the dark rituals performed by the secret society. The friends, now more determined than ever, decided to uncover the truth behind the secret society's intentions. They followed a trail of hidden clues and long-forgotten manuscripts, gradually unraveling the story of a pact made with a malevolent entity in exchange for unearthly powers. The society had sought immortality, but their greed had unleashed a force that consumed them and cursed the mansion. As they pieced together the fragments of the dark history, the friends discovered that remnants of the malevolent force still lingered in the hidden chamber. The spectral energies threatened to seep back into the town, risking a resurgence of the curse. The friends understood that their mission was not yet complete. They needed to seal the lingering darkness once and for all. Armed with newfound knowledge and guided by the ghostly host, the friends returned to the veiled manor. In the hidden chamber, they performed a ritual to contain the residual energies, chanting incantations and drawing protective symbols on the walls. The air crackled with otherworldly energy, but as the last symbol was traced, a serene calm settled over the chamber. The friends emerged from the hidden chamber, exhausted but victorious. The veiled manor, once a symbol of malevolence, now stood as a testament to their courage and determination. The townspeople, grateful for the friends' continued efforts, celebrated the lifting of the last remnants of the curse. As the friends prepared to leave Ravenswood, they felt a sense of closure. The mystery of the veiled manor had not only united them but had also revealed the strength of friendship in the face of darkness. The once ominous mansion, now bathed in the warmth of dawn, served as a reminder that even the most haunted places could find redemption through the bravery of those who dared to confront the shadows. The legend of the veiled manor, transformed into a tale of resilience and redemption, echoed through Ravenswood for generations to come. Years passed, and the friends who had once faced the malevolent forces of the veiled manor found themselves scattered across different parts of the world. However, the bonds forged in the crucible of that haunted mansion endured, and the experiences they shared lingered in the corners of their memories. One day, a mysterious letter arrived at the doorstep of each friend. The letters, written in an elegant script, bore an arcane seal that resembled the symbols they had encountered during their time in Ravenswood. Intrigued and somewhat uneasy, the friends reunited in the town that had once been the epicenter of their shared ordeal. Upon their return, Ravenswood seemed to have flourished. The once forgotten veiled manor had been meticulously restored, now serving as a museum dedicated to the town's rich history. The friends were welcomed as honored guests, and a sense of nostalgia mixed with curiosity as they explored the halls that had once echoed with spectral whispers. At the heart of the restored mansion, a grand exhibition showcased artifacts and documents related to the secret society and the curse that had plagued Ravenswood. The friends, now joined by a new generation of curious minds, delved into the exhibits, sharing their own experiences and insights with those eager to understand the town's mysterious past. As evening fell, the friends found themselves standing before the entrance to the hidden chamber. The curator of the museum, a historian named Dr. Alexandra Turner, explained that the chamber had been preserved as a symbol of triumph over darkness. However, she confessed that there were still unanswered questions about the malevolent entity and the origins of the secret society. Driven by a shared determination to uncover the remaining mysteries, the friends and Dr. Turner decided to reopen the investigation. Using the resources of the museum and the knowledge passed down through generations, they embarked on a journey to unravel the secrets that still lingered in the shadows. The trail led them to forgotten archives, ancient manuscripts, and cryptic locations around Ravenswood. As they peeled back the layers of history, they uncovered a deeper connection between the secret society and the malevolent entity, a cosmic force that transcended time and space, drawn to the insatiable thirst for power. Their quest took them to the outskirts of Ravenswood, where they discovered an ancient burial ground marked by weathered gravestones and faded symbols. Beneath the ground lay the final resting place of the original members of the secret society, their graves shrouded in an otherworldly energy. In a climactic confrontation, the friends and Dr. Turner performed a ritual to communicate with the spirits of the ancient society. The spectral figures emerged from the graves, revealing the true extent of their transgressions and the consequences that had befallen them. The malevolent entity, still tethered to their souls, yearned for release. As the friends and Dr. Turner channeled their collective energy, a blinding light enveloped the burial ground. The malevolent entity, stripped of its lingering connection to the past, dissipated into the cosmic void. The spirits of the secret society, freed from the shackles of their cursed existence, ascended into a peaceful afterlife. Ravenswood, once again bathed in the light of dawn, witnessed the restoration of harmony. The veiled manor, now a beacon of triumph over darkness, stood as a testament to the resilience of those who dared to challenge the forces of the unknown. The friends, having fulfilled their destiny, left Ravenswood with a profound sense of closure, knowing that they had not only confronted the shadows of the past but had also paved the way for a brighter future for the town and its inhabitants. The quaint town of Hollowbrook, nestled in the embrace of mist-shrouded forests and rolling hills, had a secret known only to the bravest souls. Deep within the heart of the town stood the Whispering Grove Inn, a centuries-old establishment that had witnessed the passage of time, its time-worn facade echoing tales of forgotten whispers and spectral echoes. A group of close friends, drawn by the allure of the supernatural, decided to spend a night in the inn. The air was thick with anticipation as they crossed the threshold, and the creaking door groaned in protest against their intrusion. The lobby, adorned with faded tapestries and ancient portraits, seemed to exhale a sigh of forgotten memories. The innkeeper, an elderly woman with silver hair and knowing eyes, greeted the friends with a cryptic smile. "Welcome to the Whispering Grove Inn, where every creak and murmur tells a tale," she whispered, her voice carrying the weight of centuries. As the friends settled into their rooms, the atmosphere inside the inn grew colder, and a hushed stillness enveloped the hallways. A grand piano, its keys yellowed with age, beckoned from the corner of the common room. As the friends gathered, a haunting melody echoed through the air, seemingly played by invisible hands. Curiosity mingled with trepidation as they followed the ghostly music to the piano. No one sat at the bench, but the keys danced with spectral grace. The haunting melody seemed to resonate with a tragic tale of love and betrayal, the echoes of which lingered within the inn's time-worn walls. The innkeeper appeared, her eyes revealing a melancholic wisdom. She shared the legend of Eleanor, a gifted pianist from centuries past who had met a tragic end in a love affair gone awry. The melody played every year on the anniversary of her demise, a ghostly tribute to the love lost but never forgotten. Drawn into the mystery, the friends decided to unravel the secrets of the Whispering Grove Inn. They delved into dusty archives and ancient manuscripts, discovering the heartbreaking tale of Eleanor and her ill-fated lover, Jonathan, a tale that intertwined with the inn's history. As night fell, the friends gathered in the common room, the piano awaiting its yearly serenade. The air hummed with a spectral energy as the haunting melody began to play. Suddenly, shadows danced around the room, and a ghostly figure materialized at the piano, the ethereal form of Eleanor, her eyes reflecting a timeless sorrow. Eleanor's spirit beckoned the friends to follow her through hidden passages and forgotten corridors within the inn. They traversed secret chambers, where echoes of the past whispered tales of love, betrayal, and a vow that transcended time. The friends witnessed apparitions of Eleanor and Jonathan, caught in a tragic dance that replayed the events leading to their untimely demise. As the spectral journey unfolded, the friends discovered a secret chamber adorned with symbols of eternal love. Here, Eleanor and Jonathan's spirits seemed trapped, unable to find solace. The friends, guided by the spectral couple, realized they held the key to breaking the cycle that bound the lovers' spirits to the Whispering Grove Inn. In a climactic moment, the friends performed a ritual, symbolizing the breaking of the centuries-old curse that held Eleanor and Jonathan captive. The room shimmered with ethereal light, and a gentle breeze swept through the inn. Eleanor and Jonathan, their spirits finally freed, shared a final, bittersweet glance before ascending into the afterlife, leaving behind a lingering sense of peace. The common room, once filled with spectral echoes, fell silent. The piano, now dormant, bore witness to the friends who had unraveled the tragic tale and brought closure to the tortured spirits. As dawn painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, the Whispering Grove Inn stood tranquil, its haunted history transformed into a poignant legend of love, redemption, and the enduring power of friendship. The friends, forever changed by their encounter with the supernatural, left Hollowbrook with a profound appreciation for the intricate tapestry of stories that bound the living and the dead. The inn, now devoid of ghostly whispers, awaited a new chapter in its storied existence, bathed in the dappled light of a new day. Weeks after the friends' departure from Hollowbrook, life in the town seemed to return to its normal rhythm. The Whispering Grove Inn, once the epicenter of spectral whispers, now stood as a silent witness to the profound events that had unfolded within its walls. The friends, however, couldn't shake the echoes of their supernatural encounter. Each member of the group found themselves haunted by vivid dreams that blurred the lines between past and present. In their slumber, they were visited by fleeting apparitions of Eleanor and Jonathan, the spectral couple who had found peace but seemed to carry a message left unspoken. Driven by a shared sense of unfinished business, the friends decided to reunite in Hollowbrook. As they stepped back into the inn, the air carried a subtle resonance, as if the very fabric of the building retained the memory of their previous visit. The innkeeper, recognizing them with a knowing smile, welcomed them as if they were expected. The friends delved into research once more, seeking to understand the cryptic dreams and the message Eleanor and Jonathan might be trying to convey. The inn's hidden passages, explored in the spectral journey, revealed clues leading to an ancient cemetery on the outskirts of Hollowbrook. In the cemetery, weathered gravestones bore the names of Eleanor and Jonathan. The friends sensed a spectral presence lingering in the air as they discovered a forgotten mausoleum concealed by ivy and time. Inside, an inscription hinted at a final resting place for the lovers, a place where their souls found solace. Determined to provide closure, the friends embarked on a quest to retrieve an artifact that would allow Eleanor and Jonathan's spirits to rest peacefully. Legend spoke of a lost heirloom buried in the depths of the Whispering Woods, a mystical forest rumored to hold secrets and protect its treasures with enchantments. Guided by the knowledge gained from their dreams and the inn's hidden passages, the friends navigated the Whispering Woods. Ancient trees whispered secrets as they ventured deeper, overcoming mystical obstacles and facing spectral illusions that tested their resolve. At the heart of the forest, they discovered a forgotten shrine bathed in an ethereal glow. The lost heirloom, a locket containing a lock of Eleanor's hair and a miniature portrait of Jonathan, rested on an ancient pedestal. As the friends retrieved the artifact, a spectral wind stirred the air, and the locket resonated with energy. With the heirloom in hand, the friends returned to the cemetery. The mausoleum's entrance swung open with an otherworldly creak, revealing a hidden chamber adorned with symbols of eternal love. The friends placed the locket on a designated pedestal, and the room shimmered with a gentle light. Eleanor and Jonathan's spirits materialized, their apparitions more serene than before. The couple exchanged a wordless glance, and a soft melody filled the chamber, the same haunting melody that had echoed through the inn. As the last note faded away, Eleanor and Jonathan's spirits ascended together, leaving behind an atmosphere of tranquility. The friends, now certain that the lovers had found peace, exited the mausoleum to witness the dawn breaking over Hollowbrook. The Whispering Grove Inn, its haunted history now a tale of redemption, stood bathed in the soft morning light. The town, still cradled by mist-shrouded forests and rolling hills, embraced the promise of a new beginning. As the friends left Hollowbrook, their hearts felt lighter, burdened by fewer spectral echoes. The innkeeper, bidding them farewell with a subtle nod, seemed to convey gratitude for their role in breaking the cycle of a centuries-old curse. The legend of the Whispering Grove Inn transformed into a story of love transcending time and the enduring connection between the living and the departed. As the friends departed, a soft breeze carried with it the echoes of a haunting melody, a final, spectral farewell from Eleanor and Jonathan, eternally united in the realms beyond. The town of Hollowbrook, forever touched by the supernatural and the resilience of friendship, awaited the next chapter in its long and mysterious history. Years passed, and the friends had moved on with their lives, their supernatural encounter in Hollowbrook etched into the tapestry of their memories. However, the bonds forged in the crucible of the haunted inn endured, and an unspoken agreement lingered among them that they would reunite in Hollowbrook once more. It was on a dark autumn night, when the leaves rustled with an ethereal whisper and the air carried a hint of ancient magic, that the friends returned to the town that had played host to their extraordinary journey. Hollowbrook greeted them with a sense of familiarity, yet an air of mystery still clung to the Whispering Grove Inn. The inn had undergone subtle changes, its time-worn facade now adorned with fresh ivy, and a warmth emanated from its windows that seemed to invite the friends inside. The innkeeper, though seemingly unchanged by the passage of time, welcomed them with a knowing smile, her eyes revealing an ageless wisdom. As the friends settled into their rooms, a sense of déjà vu enveloped them. The creaking floorboards, the flickering candlelight, and the distant echoes of the haunting melody all seemed to weave a familiar tale. The innkeeper, noticing the unspoken questions in their eyes, shared a revelation that echoed through the hallways of the inn. The spirits of Eleanor and Jonathan, having found peace years ago, had become guardians of the Whispering Grove Inn. Their love and the artifacts the friends had gathered had transformed the inn into a sanctuary, a place where the veil between the living and the departed was thin. The friends, through their courage and determination, had inadvertently become custodians of a supernatural legacy. Drawn by a shared sense of responsibility, the friends decided to embrace their role as caretakers of the inn. The hidden passages that once led to spectral journeys were now open for exploration, revealing rooms filled with artifacts and mementos from Hollowbrook's mysterious past. The friends, armed with newfound knowledge and a deep connection to the supernatural, became stewards of the inn's enigmatic history. The common room, where the grand piano had once played its haunting melody, now hosted occasional gatherings where locals and visitors alike shared their own encounters with the supernatural. The inn had become a hub for those curious about the mysteries that lay beyond the veil, and the friends found themselves guiding others on their journeys of discovery. As the years unfolded, the friends' ties to Hollowbrook deepened. The town, once shrouded in an air of secrecy, became a haven for those seeking solace and understanding in the realm of the unknown. The Whispering Grove Inn, its walls resonating with centuries of stories, stood as a bridge between the living and the departed, a testament to the enduring power of friendship and the mysteries that bound the supernatural to the tangible. On quiet nights, when the moon cast its silvery glow upon Hollowbrook, the friends would gather in the common room. The grand piano, now played by unseen hands, would fill the air with a haunting melody. Eleanor and Jonathan's spirits, forever guardians of the inn, would join the spectral ensemble, creating an ethereal symphony that echoed through the town's storied streets. The legend of the friends who had once faced the supernatural in Hollowbrook transformed into a saga of continuity and guardianship. The Whispering Grove Inn, bathed in the glow of moonlight and the warmth of shared tales, awaited each visitor with the promise that, within its walls, the past and present were intricately woven into a tapestry of mysteries that transcended the boundaries of time itself.